Hello and welcome to race 13, this week at Laguna Seca. This is race 1, so qualifying we managed to get Brains on pole, with Rubber Dave in second, Petek in third, and PTG Mesosphere filling out row 2. Row 3, HLR Juggernaught and Rosny. In row 4 was PTG Ducky and Alcoholic. Bringing up the rear of the field, we have MIFFYMAK and a new entrant, Wildcat. And we are off. Good start as usual from the BMWs, heading up the hill. Way off the track over there on the left though goes Petek, getting down the inside of Brains. I'm sure that'll please him. All four wheels were definitely off the racing surface. Ooh, bit of contact between the Scirocco's too. It's all very tight there at the back. Trying to go around the outside now of Petek. Cutting back in, but a little contact with the Scirocco puts an end to that move. Further back down the field, Miffy, Alcoholic, and ooh, some shenanigans there with looks like Rosny. Oh, way off the road. Wow, it's hectic in these early stages of the race as we head up to the top of the corkscrew for the first time. 3 abreast. Oh, contact seemed inevitable, and it looks like it's Miffy that's come off worse. Dropping down to oh, not 10th, 9th place. Wildcat bringing up the rear. And Wildcat's car may look startlingly white. There was actually a paint on it. The replay's glitched. Apologies, Wildcat. Heading down to complete lap 1. Rosny seems to be in 5th place, with Ducky in very close attendance. Possibly a little closer than Rosny would like there. Just behind them is Alcoholic, and a little further off the pace is Jugs. Ooh, a bit late braking there by Ducky. Oh, and Rosny's got on the side of Alcoholic there as he tried to carry speed through the corner. I think that's Miffy going around the outside of him there. Yep, so he'll be back down to 9th or 10th place, depending on where Wildcat is. There's Wildcat, so 9th place. Back up towards the front, it's BMW's 1, 2 and Scirocco's 3 and 4. Heading on up the hill. Much tighter line being kept by Brains. Seems to have much more grip in these early stages of the race. It's just not enough to get him up alongside, but it has meant he's run wide. Does that mean we're going to see Rubber Dave coming through? And we have. Ooh, he's got a little bulk there as well. That looks like Mesosphere going around the outside, and he's done it! Round the outside at the top of the corkscrew. You don't see that every day. As we head back down the hill. 2 places lost for Brains in just 1 lap. He will not be happy. I tell you what, it's probably a good idea we can't hear the communications going on during the race, because I imagine it was quite blue. Good exit from the last corner though for both Scirocco's. That BMW is not going to be able to get a chance going into this first corner. Looks like Dave's really piling on the pressure. Ooh, looks like I was going to say on Petek, but it looks like Brains is doing an even more better. More better? Oh, English language. Even better job of applying pressure to Mesa. Not giving him an inch. So much pressure, my English is failing me. That's how much it is. Heading down to the base of the hill. Oh, a little bit of contact. Nothing heavy. Shouldn't be any damage there, but it is enough to knock Mesosphere off into the dirt. Back onto the track. Rosny comes through. And it looks like Brains has actually stopped and waited, realising that that was his error of braking very late. Versus the Scirocco. The Scirocco has to brake a lot earlier to get the front end into the car. Into the corners. So that's dropped them both back down out of the podium. Mesosphere. Oh, more contact! Oh, I didn't even see that one coming. Brains must have got very late on the brakes there going into the corkscrew, and even Ducky's got round him now. If he was frustrated before, now he must be absolutely cursing himself. Because that was no one's fault but his own. We head into the final corner and it's gone wide again. I think his habit of very late braking on this track is just causing him more problems because everybody else can't brake so late. I think he nearly ran into the back of Ducky and so took evasive action rather than plough into him. Good job he's got the pace, he should be able to catch back up to that pack fairly quickly. Meanwhile, at the front, Rubber Dave all over the back of that BMW, being forced to go defensive even into the corkscrew. Going a few wheels off the track there, but as you'll see, it's not really unusual. It's very hard to see what you're doing going down that slope, particularly as we're locked in car view. Very tricky indeed. But you can see how the Scirocco is taking much tighter lines. I think it must be Petuk's tune. He's just not holding the lines of the other cars out. But conversely, he's just a bit faster down the straight, so he must be running a lot lower downforce. We go heading into the first corner again. Look at that, defending again. Very, very well. The Scirocco's able to get up alongside, but he's on the outside of the corner. You know, Ducky having a bit of an issue there coming down the corkscrew. Lots of tyre smoke and everything. What kind of a line was that, Ducky? Oh, he's gone very wide. This has given Brains a chance up alongside. He's on the outside though. Oh, no, he's managed to get through before the braking zone. And that's Ducky past. I'm not sure what was going on there with Ducky. But that just cost him 5th place. Meanwhile, slightly further ahead now, Rosny and Mesosphere battling all the way up the hill towards the corkscrew. Seems they've got a bit of a gap on now from Brains in his BMW. Probably fell back in his battle with Ducky. Oh, Rosny's outbroke himself on the corkscrew in the dirt. That's magical dirt as well, so it'll slow the car down. Won't be able to get any power down until he gets the tarmac. Mesosphere's easily through, but Brains is now right back on that Civic's tail. And Ducky still not having the best of luck with this. Dropping down, and here comes ooh, what's going on here? He's just parked up down the bottom of the corkscrew. There goes Alcoholic as well. Back to the leaders. Petuk still leading, and Ducky still sat there, going a lap down now. You can see how the pressure is just mounting on Petuk more and more with every lap. No respite at all. Rubber Dave continues to hound him. Mesosphere trying to catch back up, pushing too hard. Just too hard there. Outbraking himself. Going well wide there at the corkscrew. Still keeps 3rd place though, but now right back into the clutches of Rosny and Brains. And they're not doing lap times far off of him either. So now that he's back involved in the battle, he's going to have to be careful. Battle for 1st and 2nd still continues. Dave may well be applying lots of pressure. Oh my word, Petuk's off the road. That should be Dave easily through as he's able to carry much more speed up the hill. And the pressure has told. Although now Petuk is going to be the one doing the applying of it, because he's got no one near him to risk his 2nd place. And my English is easily failing me today. Oh my word! Back in the battle for the last podium position. Rosny still deep in the middle. Ooh, Mesosphere running a little wide. Not too bad though. May have compromised his exit there, which means Rosny will be right on him coming out of this last corner. But a good exit for the Scirocco. Not too much to worry about. But this battle is going to go all the way, I think, to the line. It appears Wildcat is now being lapped by the leaders. Rubber Dave seems to have got a little gap away now from Pettek. Probably a second, maybe two. Wildcat doing a wonderful job of keeping out the way of this battle for first place. Possibly a little too well. That's off into the gravel. Poor fella. What a baptism of fire this has been for him. Meanwhile, further back down the field, it looks like Mazda has gapped Rosny again. Yeah, there he is, just a little further on up the hill. Brains though all over the back of Rosny. Oh, outbroke himself a little bit there. Come off the corkscrew a little bit quick, and Brains has just thrown it into the inside, punting them both off the track. That, I think, was a little bit too aggressive, and it looks like Brains is inclined to agree because he's slowed right up and is letting Rosny back in front. This may have been one of his most frustrating races, but it's certainly one that's given me a lot of respect for him. Doesn't want to take any positions in any manner other than a perfectly clean pass. Battle continues. He's dropped back a bit from Rosny, so he may be regretting almost letting him through. Oh, Rosny's messed up the corkscrew again! Brains did a little bit as well, just not as much, and has now gone round the outside of him, heading down to the bottom lap. This is only the second to last lap as well. We are so close to the end. Rosny will be gutted. So close to the end of the race. Meanwhile, here comes Rubber Dave to the finish line. And a well-earned victory. Pettek bringing home second. Fantastic result for him. Mazda taking home the last of the podium positions. Look at the gaps. I mean, the race got very spread out there in that last lap. Well, except for these two. Brains, though, does bring home fourth, and Rosny in fifth place. Sixth went to HLR Juggernaught. Championship standings, however, still look pretty interesting. Gap down to just 17 points. The Scirocco's are starting to close in on Brains. Oh, Mesosphere's now going. Oh, he's managed to go round the outside Ducky. Beautiful move. Oh, looks like Brains is all. Oh, he's managed to get to the inside. We head down the main straight, back up towards the front quickly, and it looks like Alcoholic and King Camber come together, and Rubber Dave's managed to take the bear of them.